through the drought, we actually came to the conclusion that profit, not production. So getting bigger doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make more money. And we just realised that we've got kids and they're growing up, and if we went and got bigger, we'd find we'd have less time, and probably for not necessarily making any more money out of it. And so we've decided to basically wind back in that sense, and then in the process we get this really cool regenerative tool that we're having on our farm, which is quite fulfilling.
Right. And you're passing on to one of your sons, perhaps? Who,
maybe. If the boys want to come home to the farm, they get to enjoy the legacy. And I'd like to think that if the boys didn't, if we had to sell the farm because we wanted to retire and do things, that the regenerative farming has got that big that we would be paid a premium for what we've created.
Right.
Because we now have a healthy landscape, healthy soils and healthy farms, so somebody can come in here and basically set up a Providence type of paddock to plate type of thing, which would be perfect, because we'd be very proud to sit back and say, well, that was our hard work. So when we first bought the farm, it was covered in weeds, and we had conventional farming friends that came and said, what are you going to do about the weeds? And we said, we'll ignore them because they'll go away.
Really?
That plant there is called galvanised burr. It's actually prickly, and when it gets really bad, it's what's in the neighbour's farm. That's all it grows.
Right.
Because it can't be grazed because it's prickly.
Yes.
It was covered in this farm. We ignored it. It went away. It's still here.
Brilliant.
And what's left, it's actually
softer. Oh, no, it's not
still
that
prickly.
soft. Yes.
But the soft tips aren't prickly.
Yes.
The sheep eat it.
No.
So this was a weed, and now the sheep actually browse that. Very high in protein.
Really?
It has a different root system with everything else in here, so it's doing a really good job with soil. I know if I dig it up with a shovel, its root system will be full of biology.
Right.
So it's no longer a weed.
Yes. How long did that take you?
The train of thought of forgetting about the weeds was instant. And once you think that way, you don't even notice that they're there. So you don't put a time on it. Like, I just know that they eventually just got less and less. Organic carbon is one way you can measure healthy soil, and poor soils are sort of under 1%. And a healthy soil, give or take, and it depends on who you talk to, but around 4% is a good soil. So it's not a lot, but you can store 8-10% if you get your soil active. And when we came here, a lot of our soils were sort of around the 1, like they were poor.
Or less, 0.7.
0.7 was our lowest.
Right.
And that was pretty ordinary.
It takes you a long time to get that first initial start of organic carbon levels to lift, and it's sort of a quantum leap.
Yes.
10 years to get 1%, but then the next 10 years start to really snowball it.
Right.
If you try and get that ground cover and using all the different types of grasses and forbs and different species, and they all work together, and it works a lot quicker as well. And then integrating your livestock into that system as well.
Soil, beautiful soil, lots of bacteria and fungus.
Beautiful.